Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tradeify crypto, and gold, Tradeify gold. And we had a really rangy day on the gold yesterday, and I tried to make some money, but today I'm already selling it before PPI. Let's see if it goes in my direction or not. Let's see what we have on chart. Everyone, welcome in the chat. Luna, Ganesh, Glenn, and Glenn said that it's my birthday today. And I don't know how he managed to get this information. I don't have it. Glenn, let me know in the chat. How do you know if he is really? So my English is not Englishing. I had a coffee before the stream, which is bad. But I'm selling gold again before BPI, and I'm assuming it goes to my direction. And we have Jonathan. Hello, Sensei. Good morning.
Hello, everyone. Everyone wish Michael a happy birthday. He's probably not watching the live because, it's his birthday. But wish him the best. It's not easy getting old. So he needs all the support he can get. What are we doing today? I can't find my phone. That's what we're doing.
Should I call you?
No, because I have it on silent anyway.
Okay.
But I do have my watch connected to my phone, and so I know if I'm getting close. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Who cares? What are we doing today? We're trading. I want to show you guys something. Maybe you were showing something, Ayush. Sorry. Okay, now we're switching to mine.
Anyway, yeah.
I've got two positions open in the forex market. Mm-hmm. So I want to walk through that first before we get into maybe Bitcoin. Look at what we have on Bitcoin. Let me just pull up the YouTube chat, see who we have here today. If we have anyone interesting in the YouTube chat. Let's see. Do we have any interesting people in the YouTube chat? We do have Luna. We have Glenn. Yeah, that's about it. We have Off-Grid Robin as well. Welcome, man. Welcome. I haven't seen you in here before, so welcome. Hopefully you are a new viewer. If not, welcome back. Oh, got Jesse P as well. Well, I guess I have to say welcome to you as well. So welcome, Jesse P as well. Glad to have you here. So what positions did I want to show you today? So I have an open position on Euro GBP. So I'm super excited that we're going to be launching FX because I started trading crypto in what was it, 2016, 16, 17,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember back then when I started in crypto, I remember on Twitter, I was following some traders on Twitter, and we used to call them the legacy traders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right, Void.
Yeah.
FX is coming. So we used to call them the legacy trader, right? And I when they posted a chart of like EU, like Euro USD, I'm like, wow, look at them. That's that's the real traders, right? And us crypto traders, we're just we are the ones that got dropped by their mothers when we were small, And then we're looking at the legacy traders. I'm like, look at them, on their pedestal, just doing all of that fancy technical analysis and trading for real. So I want to be one of those. Like I want to be a professional. So in about 2019, I believe, I went into the forex market, and that's where I found my style and my personality in trading. And it's just a nice market, because if you look at crypto, Bitcoin goes up, altcoin goes up. If you're in the bull market, everything's in the bull market.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
When you're in the bear market, everything's in the bear market. And when you're in a range, it's just a nightmare trying to trade, because you can trade Bitcoin within that range, right? But then you're going to get some altcoins pumping here and there. But it's very difficult. Crypto is very difficult. But then you look at the the forex market. You always have something to trade, because in my watch list that I have right here, how many pairs do I have here? I think I have up to 50. So up to 50, 60 pairs that I'm looking through every day, right? And there's always a trend. Look at Euro GBP here, for example. We can look at the weekly here, right? So we have, obviously, we got the lows here, you got the highs here. It's a range. On the weekly, it's a range. But you have these clear trends within this range. And this trend, it's lasting for about 100 weeks, about from 90 to 100 weeks. So when Euro GBP is hitting the range highs here on the higher time frames, and it's about to go down to the range lows, you're now in a somewhat of a trending environment, right? And then if you go to Bitcoin is in a trending environment, but it's been within a downwards trending environment since October last year. And within this downtrend, you can short altcoins all you want, and you can short Bitcoin, but it's just there's just not a lot of opportunity. You can trade basically one way if you want to be in line with the primary trend. And then you look at something like the Gen pairs. Look at AUD JPY, like on the weekly. Sure, it's a major range here, but you can see, once price hits this overall high, you can find some pretty good trending moves here, and then all of this, and then a powerful trending move right here. So depending on what cycle you are in, in relationship to central bank policy, government fiscal policy, the interest rate differentials, things like when one currency gives more interest payments than the other currency, then you'll see that people will sell the one with lower interest rate and buy the one with higher interest rate, and that creates the bigger trends within the forex market. And it's quite simple to understand the fundamental reasons behind this. And that's the reason why you will always find a trend within forex. But stocks, in a bull market, they go up. In a bear market, they go down. But it doesn't matter if you're in an equity bull market or bear market. The forex market, you will always find ranges. You will always find uptrends. You will always find downtrends. So to me, it's just a fantastic market to be part of, because I can pull up a chart and I can say, okay, AUD JPY, I'm looking at the weekly here. I can look at AJPY. Okay, the move is gone. Let's go to the next one. NZD CAD. Okay, it's ranging. I want to look for a trending market. Okay, let's go to Euro AUD. Okay, it's ranging here. Let's go to Euro GBP. Well, here's something, right? This is interesting, because just like we talked about, we have markets that are ranging between range lows and range highs. And here what I'm seeing on Euro JPY, or Euro GBP, is a potential trend, right? So this to me is a potential downtrend within an overall ranging market structure. And for that reason, I have some short orders in for Euro GBP, and that setup looks like this, I believe. Hey, Anastasiia, welcome.
Welcome, Anna.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Absolutely fine.
Good. I was just talking about how I'm excited for our entry into the forex market, because there's just so many more opportunities.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's going to be like this for a while, this crypto, crypto market been quite out of interest from everyone, because there are much more attractive investments than just packing your money into the crypto market that is completely, first of all, high risk right now. Secondly, is not moving. Lower liquidity, lower volatility, every sense. There might be no reason for investors for quite some time to allocate their capital for, to crypto.
Yeah, exactly. It's when there's a bull market, it's gonna be a good one. and we'll know when that happens. And of course, with Tradeify, you can, once we launch FX, what's going to be cool about that is the fact that we're going to be able to trade the forex market, and then we're going to be monitoring the crypto market. And as soon as there's a shift in the crypto market, that's at least how my trading works. My focus is, mainly on the forex market, but then when crypto goes in the bull market, I do allocate some more time to the crypto market. But I wanted to show you guys 2 trades that I currently have open. So I have orders in for Euro GBP. So I'm not sure. Yes, I didn't show you guys this because this was before we were able to announce that we're going to be launching FX. But here I did sell this break on Euro GBP down to this level right here, and it actually hit that TP perfectly. And I'm still thinking that this idea is somewhat valid. So I want to see Euro GBP come down towards like this level down here. So that's why I've entered a limit sell order a little bit higher, because if you look at price right here, you can see that it's a fairly, it's an untested region around this level. Yeah. So I'm thinking price probably gonna, come up here, fill my orders, and then hopefully, in that trade. Another trade I've been looking at is I wanted to go short on Euro JPY as well, because right now what we're seeing in the market, we're seeing the risk of the Japanese central bank doing their currency intervention, right? Which is they're doing it in a way where they're surprising everyone, right? And you get these massive moves to the downside, right? And right now, Euro JPY is within a range, and it's very volatile within this range, right? So the idea here. So first of all, we have the price hitting the 50% of this move, and then also the middle of this range. So I wanted to go short here, but then I'm already short on Euro GBP, and I don't want to be adding double exposure to the euro. So I looked at AUD JPY, and obviously the yen pairs have a similar structure. We're within this range, but if you're looking at AUD JPY, it's right above the range EQ here, and I feel like it's actually, it might be quite strong here, because it feels like it's almost like it's reclaiming the range EQ. And then I went to CAD JPY, and CAD JPY is weaker than AUD JPY, and it's hitting the 0.618 fib of this down move, complement to 50. So this is the one I went short on as well. And just like I showed you guys yesterday, I do use Claude a lot in my trading to create the tools, and I'm now also using Claude a bit for fundamental research. So it has a fairly good research tool, and you can ask it to do research on the fundamentals driving CAD versus JPY. So I asked it to analyze Euro JPY and CAD JPY and give me, the pros and cons from a fundamental perspective of which ones of these would be a good trade. And it aligned with the idea that CAD JPY looks stronger from a short perspective than Euro JPY. So that just adds to my idea. And then, of course, the idea of double exposure would help with that as well. So this is the trade that I'm currently in on CAD JPY. So I'm taking it down to, I believe, that level. And then I'm looking for my stops to be above these highs. So this is a fairly high risk to reward trade. And I quite like it, because what we see here is looks like if solid bounce. So this was I can't remember. I think this was the yen, like the central bank intervention, surprise intervention last time, and then the market started recovering after that, but it then ran up to that resistance. It looks like this move might be resetting. We're getting a move like this, and then it's ranging. And if we get that break to the downside, I think we're going to come down at least, to this level right here, where I'll be able to secure that trade. All right, that's the two setups I'm watching. What are you guys looking at today?
I'm actually selling gold before PPI.
Nice.
You are selling gold right now.
Yeah, right now. I think I took right before we started the stream. So the idea is very simple. My stop loss in the low volume area getting rejection. This is the only danger zone I have. If price closes lower this LVN and drives really quickly through it, then I feel price might come towards 4412, and the levels are of futures on the CFD, they might be different. And yesterday took a short as well, but it was a really small scalp. It was not really that good after the CPI move. But Asia did the job. I think it was really volatile. I think after Asia, we see really good moves. Before CPI, like in this area, look at Asia. Even after Asia, we had really good move. Asia, London, good move here as well. So I'm not really interested when about the NY session on gold, because many times I've seen that it just range mainly. So mainly focusing on the Asia and London. And if I switch to ADAS, let me reshare my screen. Are you selling or buying, Anna? Oh yeah.
I was selling in the morning, and I'm out now.
Okay. I'm expecting the price to, even if it comes to my stop loss, that is low volume, so it is in a safer area as for now. But we have another low volume area where price is already rejected, but there is no follow through yet. So I want buyers to be squeezed in this area. There is a lot of positive delta in this candles, and if we get good push lower, then I feel this level is will be claimed during the PPI. And I'm risking the amount which I made this week, and there's some scalps on the MT5. So let's see what happens. And also we also have the resistance kind of level. We see a lot of rejection in this zone. So I feel the SL is proper, and we have all these lows pending. You can see a trend line kind of structure forming here, like tapping at these zones. So I feel price might come towards this point of control. So let's see how it goes. And we have a lot of positive delta in here, which is good. But there should not be follow through. I want them to be squeezed lower. Let's see how they performs. So are you looking at anything on the higher time frame?
I totally get why you were selling. So I'd be selling as well if it wouldn't be PPI coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason that I'm kind of out of this, because what I was selling is this move here. So after we fell down below this current, this is basically today, right? So we had volume here, the volume accumulation zone. We had a weekly moving point of control, so the migrating dynamic point of control. So we had a follow through. We had a retest. We had a retest of the yesterday, like VWAP closure here on one of the 4 hours VWAP that I have on the 5 minutes. And I was selling here, and I got out after the price started to cover back above my zone, so right here. And then it did kind of hit my target and then reverse. So I was selling from this point to this point. And now I see why you would be selling, because even on the smaller time frame here on the 5-minute time frame, we kind of have the small head and shoulders pattern. We did have the higher high. We did break the structure, so technically we do have the break of structure right here. Let me just remove this VWAP because it's not really
what
helping.
time frame is that?
This is 5 minutes. This is 1 minute. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So we had because I'm looking at the footprint normally, so it's not for the structure one. So we did kind of break the low. We did kind of retest the previous point of control here. This is an hourly point of control, so it should be saying like 1 hour. And then we are right now falling, like kind of forming the head and shoulders pattern on the retest. So if you look at the structure on the microstructure as well, we do have the break of it here, the first shoulder for first impulse correction, first shoulder of the head and shoulders pattern, the second one as a beginning of the third wave within a structure. And I'd be targeting the same zone, I think around 44.30, 44.20s, something like this for gold.
Okay.
The only thing is that I'm watching is basically the PPI coming out.
Yeah.
So that might be like some volatility as well that I don't want necessarily to see. But even on the footprint, we see that we have a lot of buying pressure here. The price still reverses, so this is like a P pattern from the footprint. Head and shoulders on the 1 minute microstructure, so perfect. Looks really good. I am holding one trade. It's actually a GU sell, so pound sell in the future. So GBP USD on the forex. Yeah, so I'm holding this both on the CFDs and forex and on the futures, and I'm holding it for quite a while already. Well, meaning for like an hour, something 2 hours by now already. Because I'm holding it from the point that the price was retesting this point of control here. So after this huge week, we kind of came back, retested the point of control. Again, it looks like a giant head and shoulders pattern for me with a break of structure here on the 30-minute time frame. So we did have the high, we did the low, the higher low. We did break a structure of this as well. Here at the bottom. So we did renew the low and then created another low. So for me, that was an impulse, a corrective wave, and then the beginning of the impulse. So I'm expecting normally the price to still fall for another, whatever, from my entry point, 30 ticks towards the next range and towards a weekly point of control, this high volume node here. So this is something I'm looking for. As long as we stay below the weekly point of control and this whole area of the volume, should be good. As long as it doesn't squeeze my stop loss on the PPI, it should be okay.
Yeah.
But normally, if we place, the reason I'm also short is because if we place the volume profile over this whole range, we were just below the value area low of this range as well, and now the price did go in my drawdown, but it tested the point of control of this range and the current monthly point of control. So the main area of rejection I'm looking for the price to hold as a resistance is this area between the weekly point of control and the current monthly point of control. Maybe the value area high, but I prefer the price to not go there because we already tested it. So I feel like if we would go there, I don't think we're going to recover back down for me. It would be the beginning, like the closure above the volume and then the continuation. So the main area for me for the price that the price needs to hold for my short to stay valid is basically around 135.07, 134.99, 3500. This is on futures quote, so this is pound futures. And for GU is basically the structure is exactly the same. So if I switch to my trading view instead, so for GU it looks exactly the same way. This is the weekly volume profile. If I'm not, is it the monthly? Is it the weekly? The monthly. I'm lying. So we are just below the value area high. We tested the value area high. The price tried to go higher than the value area high and exit the balance, which failed afterwards. So we tested the value area high here once again. One more attempt for recovery. Their higher highs which failed, so that was their stop run for all the buyers, which also is an extra confirmation for me for my short ID. And then the price falls below this range, so below my first key area here, which is this range, and then the second key area, which is the previous shoulder and the previous low. So we break a structure exactly the same as on the futures. There is a small point of control of today here, which also is been tested now as a resistance. So even on the GBP USD with different, the synthetic volume, basically the tick volume, it still makes sense.
Yeah.
So as long as we stay below this area here, I'm gonna keep holding my shorts normally, and then my target on the GBP USD is 34,540. This area here.
So you take same position on futures and CFD.
I actually always do.
Okay.
On gold, on NAS, on GBP USD, on EUR USD, everything that I trade both on the futures and on CFDs and Forex.
Mm-hmm.
Ayush, I kind of like gold here. That gold short looks interesting.
Oh, thank you. But the thing is, the low volume load is the problem here. If you close lower, then the shorts will come.
Yeah, I do think that honestly, probably I don't know.
Good morning, Jonathan.
I wanted to have a little bit, like I wanted to short at like 4.4. That would be perfect.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear me? What if I yell? Can you hear me now? What if I yell? Hello, Ayush. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you double. I think that. Okay, there is something really wrong. Roman, can you help, please?
Yeah, he's hearing me from through Anastasiia speaker. I'm tired today. I forgot to eat lunch.
You can see it.
I had you know what? I ate an ice cream for lunch, and now I just want to die.
The pros and cons of being an adult.
Yeah, exactly. He still can't hear me.
No, I can hear you. I heard
Okay, what happened?
You ate ice cream.
Okay, great. Luna says, no sugar if you feel tired.
Oh, yeah. She's
Yeah.
right.
No sugar? Whatever. I don't care. Gold short. Ice cream for lunch is goated. Yeah, it is. Ben and Jerry's. I had a fucking Ben and Jerry's for lunch. Can you believe that? A vegan Ben and Jerry's because I'm healthy and I don't eat meat. There's no meat in ice cream though, but it's vegan.
Oh, yeah.
It's the healthy type of ice cream.
Are you sure you're vegan? You said something about ducks previously.
No. I'm definitely not vegan. But today I am vegan.
All right.
It's occasional
But I eat eggs.
vegan.
Okay.
Occasionally vegan when I can't find any meat, I eat whatever there's, whatever I can get my hold off. And if there's no meat, then obviously I'm a vegan. Whatever. Let's focus here. What are we doing?
CPI
Gold.
in a few seconds. FYI.
CPI in a few seconds? Are you kidding me? I thought that was later. It's 2:30 already.
Yeah.
It's like 30 seconds left.
30 seconds.
Oh, we gotta end. We need. You know what we need? Okay, no, we don't need. I thought maybe we could enter a trade, but I don't think we should do that.
Let's see if it wicks us out.
Okay, so what are we thinking here? What are we thinking here? Gold. Okay, gold is moving higher. Now, if gold can get a tap of 4.4, I mean, I think that would be a pretty good area to short.
Oh, hell
Okay,
no.
the PPI
the
numbers
rejection.
should be coming out right now. Yeah, we got that tap of 4.4. The little high of that wick is like 4,401. Okay, we got PPI coming out lower than expected. Year to year is higher than expected. Month to month slower than expected. We had initial jobless claims 209. A bit higher than expected. Look at that. Look at that. Didn't I say 4.4? that is why.
I'm still in the position.
Holy shit,
Where
that's
is this?
magic.
Where is your stop loss? I
can
see
see.
it. Okay, I see it. I see.
In the low volume node, got rejection over here.
How did you not get stopped out on that?
It was calculated.
Yeah, definitely. That's ICT power
No,
right
no,
there.
it's not that. Not ICD. It's just
No,
low
that's,
volume
that's,
areas.
that's ICT. That's Enigma. That's the algorithm. That's the algorithm coming in, and it's the price delivery mechanism coming in and saying, "That's my level."
No.
Look at that. I did say 4.4, and it's kind of like I do make it sound like I'm a genius, but it's actually a resistance level right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's what price does. Either it would hit it or it wouldn't hit it. Anyway, Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream is the most horrible tasting piece of food or whatever you want to call it. I've never tasted anything worse than that, and I still ate all of it. I'm such a pig. Oh my god.
All right, I'm moving my stop for GU.
And for GC.
Yeah, look, it's in the chat. It's Nick. Is it Nick from the futures? From the future.
So I moved my stop loss for GU because it weaked to the upside.
No one cares. I mean, no one cares that I said Nick is in the chat.
Yes,
I said Nick
I
in
was
the
about
chat.
to
The
ask.
timing was-
You
yeah,
don't
timing
care
was
about
off.
my GU? Now you
No,
don't
no,
care
no,
about my trades. And he's jumping on here. He's like, I don't care. No
Yeah.
one cares.
Yeah. I didn't mean that I don't care about your trade. It's like
I
I
don't
said,
know
like,
about
why? Oh,
Now,
sorry,
Ayush, now
Anastasia,
he's
I
trying
do
to get
care.
out of this. Look at that.
Yeah. See that?
Oh man.
Hey, that
Oh.
was harsh. You know, you can
I
try
wonder
to
if
say,
HR
like, a little
of
bit
Tradeify
closer
watches
next
these
time.
live streams. It's like nobody cares. Move on. Oh, you get stopped at? I don't care.
No one cares. Yeah, I saw this. Nick, did you see this? Everyone heard this. Now we have it on recording.
No. I'm gonna make it private. I'm gonna delete it. And if someone makes a clip out of this, I will ban you from Tradeify. Okay?
Professional abuse. Now he's
I will-
threatening every single one of us here. Roman, I feel like it was personal to you as well in the background.
Yeah, no. No, Roman's fine. I love Roman. He can say whatever he wants. Anyway. So we managed to I don't know what I was about to say. Did anyone take a trade here though? Yeah, Ayush, you're still in that gold trade.
Yeah. Surviving.
And Anastasia, you're in the GU short, right?
Now you care. Anyway,
No, but I need something to talk about.
I moved my stop loss lower because it weaked up, and
Ah.
if it's gonna cover this week,
That's a very small move, though. That's on the 50-minute. That's a tiny move.
it's PPI.
PPI. Nobody cares about PPI.
Yeah, it was the biggest one was yesterday already.
Yeah. But we did have initial jobless claims. I mean, that's somewhat of that's something. But you know what? The thing is, the market is the best analyst, right? I mean, we can talk about fundamentals, we can talk about these numbers and these economic news releases, but you know what? We got the market, and the market is the best analyst out there, because you can have a team of analysts at JP Morgan telling you that gold should be going up because this and that, and then you look at price and price goes down. That's the world's best analyst telling you that they're all wrong. right? You know what I'm saying? Like you look at price, and if price is going up, price is going up. There's a reason for that to happen. And the thing is, price knows everything that we know, but it also knows everything that we doesn't know, and it also knows everything that we don't know, that we don't know, that we can't know. That's why I love price. If price would be a woman, I'm not going to finish that sentence.
I'm
not going to
curious
finish.
to hear where you're going with that one.
I was excited. I was just getting excited.
Sure, yeah, you know. Yeah, I know. That's, you know, I'm just going to leave it there. Let's move on. Gold. Okay.
You know how they say, like, I let people skate. I never mentioned the ice is thick, like a thing. I feel like Jonathan is skating on a very thin ice on this stream today.
Yeah, that's the story of my life, especially on these live streams. You know, I've had a few emails, I've had a few DMs. You know, maybe you shouldn't talk about that on the live stream. Maybe you shouldn't say stuff like that. And you know, I apologize to absolutely no one, because maybe you shouldn't be watching the show.
I agree with
So
that.
we have less likes
I'm
today.
gonna stand up for that one.
I agree with that. Ayush, that was super close to your stop loss now, no?
Yeah, and still it is above my entry. The only issue is this low volume node price tabbed here, and okay, there is someone selling for my good. See if it follows, but the idea is clear. The only bad thing, I already knew that if we don't invert this low volume gap, then it might bounce back. That's what's happening right now. Let's see how it goes.
But we have a lot of positive delta coming in. Wait, let me shift the screen to others for a second, because look at this. 1 sec. Here we go. We have a lot of asks coming in. So many. Like, look at this candle. This.
Sorry, I just need to jump in and interrupt you. I know I'm terribly rude, but I need to mention the like target. So you know what? We're not gonna have a like target today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna the two people with the two best questions for the host within the live stream is going to get 2 accounts, okay? And don't make it obvious that it's AI. If it's obvious AI, then you're not getting anything. If you have a genuine good question for the host that creates a discussion here in the live stream, then we're giving you an account, okay? So now go out, ask Claude, ask ChatGPT. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Also, one thing to mention,
questions.
Sensei, yesterday we forgot to give an account.
Please don't call me Sensei, man. Please do not call me Sensei. It's...
So yesterday we hit the like target and they were like no accounts. So
HR is going to call me and like, hey, you're being rude to Anastasia, and then this guy calls you Sensei. Like, what's going on here?
Being an exclusive manager.
Yeah. Ayush, sorry, can you go ahead?
What was?
So I'm just
This
saying we have to
is
do
the
2 accounts.
If you are being abused. So if you're being abused and you cannot say it on out loud, this is a sign.
Oh, really? Okay, so when you do that, okay, well, I'm not abusive. Come on, man. The only thing I like to abuse is gold. Yep.
And gold abuse is back.
But now we know what.
Yeah. It's come on, Anastasia. You're making it weird. Like, what if someone actually watches this and like, up?
I'm joking.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely in a abusive relationship with gold. It's to be fair, I'm probably the one getting abused more than what gold.
Because
whatever. Ayush, you wanted to say something.
Oh, I'm just saying we have to do 2 accounts because yesterday we gave the target and didn't give the account because you were explaining something about AI.
So basically, what you say is because I talked too much. We didn't have a giveaway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that. 2 accounts. So the best questions. Wild Use is asking, "What's your favorite color?" My favorite color is
Blue.
I kind of like blue. Yeah, I think it's blue.
Yeah. Always
do
blue
like
in
blue.
the background. So yeah, easy guess.
What about you? What about you, Ayush?
It's red.
It's red.
Yeah.
What about you, Anastasia? It's white.
It's blue actually, but white would be the second one.
Okay, blue. Wild Use. Well, right now you actually have the only question, so yeah. It's not a great one, but it's the only one. We have to be happy with what we get here. How many people do we have watching? I sense that we have a lot of people watching. What if it's below 10?
No, it's not below
No,
10.
it's not below 10.
Oh, it's 13. Okay, let's go. Lucky number 13. Let's do this. Luna did ask a question. Your abuse ice cream, Jonathan. That's not a question, that's a statement. And it's true.
No, there was a question. He
Luna-
was asking, what did you want to say when you said, I'm not going to finish the sentence? That's the comment.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to finish that sentence. That's, Okay, Andrea says, would you choose to trade prop or your own capital? I might be a little bit biased here, but I would probably go with prop.
So
Right?
gold is like trying to push higher, but no, but are you still in trade?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm thinking about entering the trade if the price is able to close below this volume on the PPI candle
Mm-hmm.
the next 15 minutes or so.
So you're basically going longs?
No, so I'm thinking about opening short again.
Oh, okay.
But I want to wait for the closure of the hourly candle, and if it does close below the volume on the PPI, just 44, 45, 44, 46, then I want to go short.
Yeah, 16 minutes.
We'll see.
So basically
Okay, because the
9 a.m.
markets
open.
are so goddamn boring. I think we should questions. Let's do some questions. Ayush, what
Yeah.
is the how long have you been trading?
From 2019.
2019, and you've
And COVID helped me a lot. Oh, so I shouldn't say
Yeah,
that.
COVID helped me a lot as
No.
well. I love COVID. Great stuff.
I mean, in this.
What?
Okay.
No, I'm not. What's your secret? It's COVID, man. It's just COVID.
No, so I had a lot of time left, so I was looking at charts and learning. So Euro USD was the first pair, which gave me my payout from CFD, and the prop firm is no more alive. It's gone. But yeah,
Oh, the prop firm is gone.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit happens. Well, at least you got some payouts.
Yeah, only from Euro, and
What would you
gold
say-
took away.
What would you say, through your journey, what would you say has been, the biggest kind of obstacle? What was I mean, I guess on that journey of a trader, we do go through, like, there's a lot of obstacles, and when you get through one, you get to the next one. But is there, like, what was the most recent one, the obstacle that you felt you went over that obstacle and trading got better, simpler?
Oh yeah. So simply is internet. Already, like the social media really lied about the things. Like I used to get attracted in the 2020. I still remember when I see someone with a metadata fry, a lot of entries, and it's blue, and they're sharing some strategy, set and forget, something like that. So I did strategy hopping and always was in that doubt that whatever I'm doing, whatever I know is less, and the person who is making money knows a lot, so I should try whatever he's doing. So bought many courses from the dark web, cheaper price.
Wait, you bought trading courses from the dark web?
Yeah, from at cheaper price. So if your
Well,
course
are we talking about like trading courses or like
trading courses? Yeah.
Oh, you mean like pirated trading courses?
Yeah, many. Yeah.
Wow, you're a criminal. Okay, go ahead, man. This is some gangster trading stuff here.
Yeah, no. So I was in college, right? So I had little money left. My job was not paying me a lot, so I had to do this, and I learned, I think, 4 to 5 strategies at once in a year, and blew many accounts. And then I realized that only thing I had to do is understand the market structure, which I already knew. So the worst thing I did is not believing on something which I already mastered when I was learning about the markets. It's like basic market structure, lower low, higher highs, and the support resistance, which still works. So I still feel if I could go, if I have a chance to go back, I would take away the social media from my, brain, and only focus on what I know and improve that. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, I mean,
I love that.
The influencers really ruin the brain.
Man, you're such a genuine guy, honestly. Like that, the way you explain that and everything, it's just, that was awesome. I just feel like that is just so true, we can really be very negatively affected by social media. And I say this as someone who's literally, my job is to make content on social media. So I do know a thing or two about social media, and we are in an industry where it's difficult for new people to get into this industry, because you don't really know who is the real deal in trading, right? It's a difficult industry, and as a trader, you join social media and you see all of these people. They're making a shit ton of money. They're driving a Lambo. They're on vacation all the time. It's just absolutely fantastic, right? And then you're looking at this and you're like, but wait a minute, I'm not making that amount of money. I'm not making that money, and I'm trading the same way they're trading and all of that. So I think it's super important to distance yourself from, your own trading and trading influencers, right? Yeah. And when you're looking at, I think when you're getting into trading and you want to look at what actually works in trading, you got to remember that technical analysis has been around for a long time, and there's nothing new being invented, right? We have horizontal support and resistance. We got trend lines. We have the indicators, the momentum indicators, the volume indicators, the moving averages, and all of that. That is the very foundation and the basics of technical analysis. And you can put that together and create a simple strategy on how to trade. That's all you need. You don't need a new fancy strategy. You don't need a new fancy indicator, right? But the more time you spend on social media, the more you realize that you need more. You need more indicators, more systems, more trading strategies, and to make more money and be successful. But I would argue that the more you strip it down, the easier trading will be for you.
I mean, it started with affiliate marketing first. So I had a mentor who actually helped me scale a digital product. I think I sold 2-3 products and did really well with that. That's the reason why I'm surviving in this market and had some capital. But the mistake I did, I paid him $1,000 for another YouTube course he was selling. And basically what he told me on the day one is, do this and that and search on YouTube how to make a YouTube channel. I was like, I paid $1,000 to you. You should be the one telling me how to make it. And he basically scammed me. So then I made a promise to myself that I'm never going to buy any course, even though if I had money with affiliate, but I paid no one to teach me. I chose to do it by myself because I already got hurt, and that time the $1,000 was really important in 2021 to me. Even today, if I see him, I might ask about the money where it is. He's gone.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
So yeah, I mean,
very kind and calm manner, of course. And $1,000. That's, I mean, it's a lot of money for me, but I mean, I guess for you at that age and in India as well,
yeah,
it's a lot of money.
it's 1 lakh rupees. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that's a lot of money. I mean, I've spent a lot of money on trading courses as well, and it's actually crazy. The ones that the courses that, of course, if we exclude CMT, because I do believe CMT is the best technical analysis course out there, but you can also find the information for free, right? But excluding CMT, the best trading courses I found is the ones that explain the basics and the fundamental of technical analysis, and it's actually all pretty much free on YouTube. So yeah, it's an industry where, yeah, definitely a lot of new traders coming into this industry today. I think it's problematic with all social media and everything. But Anastasiia, what would you say to that? Same question to you. And what was the question? The question was, the biggest hurdle you had to go through in your trading career.
To not rush things.
Yeah, that's a good one.
To not rush the process. To focus. Well, it's kind of gonna sound cliche, but like not focus on results, but focusing on the process.
Yeah.
And it's ironically that the less you focus on results, the faster you're gonna get those. And the more you focus on them, the longer it's gonna take you, and the more struggles you're gonna go through, and the likelihood of you getting there is gonna actually significantly decrease. Because focusing on results is and also tightly closer to this is like attaching your feeling of self-worth to the results of the trade. I think that was a massive one for me. Because like for a long period of time in the beginning, taking a loss, like not being profitable as a trader. Mm-hmm. And when you're not really supposed to be profitable in the beginning, right? That's not your really job, which of course we all want to, but to learn and to understand the market was like a job, but no one talked about this at that time, like being profitable was like a goal that I was trying to get. And when I didn't get it, the feeling of losing was exactly the same as like feeling that something is wrong with me as a trader, that is like maybe I'm not going fast enough. I'm not doing the right things. I'm not something is like wrong with feeling bad about myself when I was losing the trade or losing the account or whatever it was, So that was like a big thing that I needed to get over, to actually like step up as a trader afterwards, untying the intermediate results from like who you are as a person. Because even trading is just so emotional thing. But if you take like a offline business, for example, like any other business, it's like, okay, if it doesn't work out, you can start a new one. You like try new things and and eventually it's gonna work out. Some of those, obviously, like it's not about like hopping from one or another, but it's like you try and it doesn't work, you try another approach, you try something else. But in trading, and again, this is like a topic about social media, we are all so brainwashed that it needs to work out faster.
Yeah.
And like in a certain way, getting certain results is like the only definition of being good as a trader and doing the right job. But I think like if I would know at that time that it's not only the results directly that evaluate the work that you've done, but actually like with people who just started like trading, for example, 6 months or like 1 year ago, you basically trying out something that 99% of the world will never do because they're too scared. You're learning something that is you're learning something that's like super difficult.
Exactly. It's so difficult. I mean, not only that the majority of people will not even try, but the majority of people will not succeed in, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of people are not gonna go there to like learn about their emotions, to be able to step over their ego, to look within and to actually figure out, which emotional aspects are holding them away from being a successful trader. And many people are not gonna go that route. So if you are here for 6 months, for 12 months, is a massive progress just by that you've learned understanding technical analysis, you've learned some things about macro, you've learned many things probably about yourself, even if physical financial results are not yet there. It's a cliche, but they actually are going to come as a result of the work that you're putting in on all those other areas. And if it made this click in the beginning, it would be much easier for me to become profitable much faster.
I would also say, you need to be humble, because the market, otherwise the market is going to humble you, right? I mean, a lot of times I see podcasts and interviews and people are so confident. They're so, I saw a clip the other day where there's a person in a podcast saying like, oh, you used to have to do this. When, let's say, I can't remember what news event that person talked about, but I think it was CPI. And it's like, oh, when CPI comes, all you have to do is this. Just put your order here, and this will happen every single time. And I've never been wrong. And I watched it, I'm like, okay, it happens every time. 100% win rate. The person has never been wrong. And of course, there's a product, attached to this community or course or whatever. So be careful with people being overly confident. I try to have the approach in trading where I'm just a slave to price. That's all. If it's a downtrend, I'm going to be short. If it's an uptrend, I'm going to be long. Do I know why price is moving in a certain manner? Sometimes I do know why price is moving, but sometimes I have no idea. But all I know is that price will do whatever price does, and price knows everything, and it's the best analyst, and it's a good, it discounts everything. So I don't have to know. I don't want to know. I just want to look at price and say, I do think that there's a probability that this uptrend will continue to the upside. So I'm going to look for the best entry points within that uptrend, and then just manage my risk along the way. And all I really have to do is understand supply and demand through horizontal levels, and that's it. And then everything else on top of that is just indicators, reading whatever's happening.
Tools.
And there's people out there that tries to take this and say, hey, let's make this complicated. Let's take it down into all of these different components and make it super complicated. And then they realize after a couple of years probably that going back to the basics and keeping it simple it's what needed. Because all of us three here, we have a way of analyzing the markets because we have found an approach that we think makes sense. It makes sense to us, and it's something that we understand, and the way we're trading is based on also our personality. And I think that's important. When you first come into the market, like everyone, you want to be a day trader, you want to be a scalper, you want to make money quick, right? You want to get in and out of the market, and you want to make a shit ton of money, and you want to be not working a lot, and you want to be on the beach just looking at your positions, making money, driving your Lambo like everyone else does on the internet, right? Because that's what traders do. But then you realize that being a full-time trader means waking up early, preparing for the market, trading through the market closes, and you're then going to analyze your trades, you're going to journal, you're going to look at the statistics, you're going to do back testing. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I think for me, one of the biggest thing for me was when I kind of accepted defeat when I realized that a system that I started developing in. I've been trading for 2 years. I've started developing the system in 2019. It took me about a year to perfect it, so I started trading it in 2020, and then I traded that for 4 years. So through 2020 and 2024, I traded that, and I did so full time. I made some good money, but then in 2025, I went into a drawdown, and all of 2025 I was unprofitable and in a drawdown. And then beginning of this year, I went through. I have a journal, right? So I have a journal, a pen and paper journal there, where it's in my personal journal, and I went through that. I do that every new year. I do that. So I went through it and realized that, okay, I can't do this anymore, because every time I wrote about trading, it was a stress and anxiety, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So I stopped trading, just completely stopped trading, and realized after a while that I'm not supposed to be a day trader. I'm not supposed to be an active trader. I'm supposed to be a swing trader taking very few positions, and more of a long-term trader and taking very few trades, which also means, less trades and less money. So I kind of, but I did see that that's who I am, I had to accept that I will not make as much money as I wanted initially from trading, and I, for that reason, have to trade not full-time, but look at trading as a side income. And my trading right now has never been better from that the swing trading and investment perspective. Day trading, I'm still not making money, but where I am making money is through managing the capital that I have, and all of that came from not really having to make money from trading. So for me at least, when you removed the necessity of making money from trading, I started making money, which is tells you a lot about the stress that's attached to needing to make money from trading.
I think this is massive. A lot of people live in the illusion that they're gonna start trading prop firms and they're just gonna live from this income. But I agree completely with you that it needs to be either the side income, or it needs to be that you have enough money to survive periods of the drawdown without it affecting your lifestyle and without it affecting the responsibilities that you have as an adult. So 6 at minimum, 6 for the 6 months, you need to have the amount of money that is necessary for you to live the life that you live without actually having it affected by the fact that you're in the drawdown. Because what a lot of people cannot accept, and I didn't accept this in the beginning as well. You kind of know this, but accepting it is something different, is knowing that you're going to be in the drawdown, but knowing that you can be in drawdown for so long. Like you said, 2025. I had a very difficult half a year of 2025. A second one was horrible for me in trade. It was the worst half a year for me in 10 years. The second half of 2025. So I get it, and accepting that it's just gonna happen sooner or later anyway. And that some factors are not gonna depend on you, no matter how hard you try. It's market, it's macroeconomy, it's the war. It's some things are just changing about the strategy and about the market, and knowing that you have something else that is going to have your back when trading doesn't work out is crucial to save your sanity and being able to still make good decisions. Not
Yeah,
out of I have to make money, but out of, okay, is this a good trade to take? That's two different things, two different trades.
And I think also, I mean, there's very few traders out there that is just they're always profitable. I'm not saying they have a 100% win rate or profitable every day, but I don't think I've ever met a trader that's been in the market for like 30 years and all of those 30 years have just been great. There will be a period, and in 2015 was when that was my 10th year in the market, and that was my first the market shifted because something happened, I believe, in 2025 or 2024, 2025, where the markets just stopped. We entered a new regime or something. It's just something changed, and whatever I did for the last 4 years just didn't work, right? And I think that's going to continue to happen. So you need to be adaptable, right? You need to be adaptable, and that's also one thing I see with trading influencers. They have this idea that, okay, my system, like this is my system, it has an 85% win rate, and all you have to do is do this, and then you're getting a bunch of payouts, and you're going to become rich. And it's like, yeah, but for how long? For how long will that work? And what happens when it doesn't work anymore? Because there's going to come a time when it doesn't work, and at that time you need to have a much broader knowledge base within trading to understand how do you develop a system? Because you can't just go out there and buy a random course from an influencer as soon as you hit a drawdown. You need to understand, how do you actually develop a trading system, and how do you actually test that trading system? Because there's going to come a time when your system fails and you need to adjust it, you need to optimize it, or you need to completely change it. Jono.
Hello.
John McKay.
How are we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, feeling a little bit better.
Nice.
Throat's still a bit sore, but
nice.
I think I'm getting there. It's very hot as well in the UK at the minute, so like I don't think the heat is necessarily helping the dryness in the air. So
it seems like there's like Europe is just warm, but then there's a line being drawn right at the border between Denmark and Sweden, because it's not very warm here.
You're not?
No. We're for us, it's kind of like we're going into autumn now. It seems like.
Oh, okay. I thought that all of Europe kind of experienced the same thing. I'm not that well traveled, clearly.
No, I mean it is kind of warm, very warm out there. It's a lot of what is it called? Drought. It's like there's apparently that big river that goes through Europe, through Germany, is ships can't get through.
Yeah.
So
yeah. 34 degrees. Glenn's just said it's 33 in Kent. Yeah, it's 34 degrees where I am, which is
wow, really? That's super hot for the UK, right?
Yeah, because we don't cope with it very well. We don't have the we cope well.
You don't have the genetics to like.
Yeah, the genetics as well.
Ayush, how warm does it get in India when it gets warm?
45, 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Like that's like going into a sauna. Like that's 45, 50. If I would I would flee.
Yeah.
I would flee. I would migrate. Like I would be a bird.
That is crap.
Yeah.
How'd you cope with that?
Oh, just sitting at home, nothing else.
Yeah.
Tried it. That's why he's a trader. He was like, I'm gonna
Come on,
it's just like
outside.
pros and cons.
So, but the thing is, we have to go out only at night for the groceries and stuff, because it's too hot in the afternoon and morning. So night is the only option to go out.
I saw a video from India where the asphalt or the tarmac was melting, and people were walking around and like it was melting.
And
yeah, crazy. But at least you have a good DJ when you're at home.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We do have some questions in here. We have a good one. This one is good from Prashant, I believe. Maybe I'm gonna butcher that name, but it's Oh, thank you. Okay, from last 2 days, all my trades went to hit stop loss. I am now feeling fearful taking trades and having doubt on my strategy, how to counter it. So last 2 days is like a drop of water in the pool that is your trading. So whatever happened in the last 2 days does not matter really on the bigger picture. What does matter is, did you do anything during those 2 days that caused you to take trades that were not part of your system, or is any of those stop losses being hit based on trades based on like mental errors and things like that? I think that's what you need to figure out. And if the question is, or if the answer is no, then you don't have a problem. Just continue trading. That fear of taking a new trade comes from the idea that you haven't fully understood the idea that the next trade has nothing to do with the previous trade. If you understand that at a deep level, there shouldn't be any fear associated to your next trade if you're trading a system that is profitable. If you have back tested that system and the data tells you that it's profitable, then the next trade has nothing to do with the previous trade, and you just have to trust the process and continue trading that system. But if you can't do that, I mean, if you're at the point right now where you do feel fearful, it's too late. So you probably have to take a break. I would recommend taking a break for a couple of days or maybe even a week. And then when you feel like that fearful feeling, because it's just emotions come and go, you can get back into the market and start focusing on the law of probability, right? Just look at every single trade as having a specific probability attached to it. And if it's going to be a loser, it is what it is. Just move on.
Yeah, I lost 3 trades yesterday.
Yeah, you need to take a break. You need to quit trading, man.
No.
I've been after you, after all.
Yeah,
I feel like, people feel like this, and I felt the same way when you don't have enough data backtest about your system, first of all, because if you do backtest enough data, let's say you get 6 months of data, you will see that some of the days are going to be losing. Some of the weeks are losing. In the 6 to 12 months, there will be months that will be losing. But if you backtest, and it's like a lot of things can be solved by having enough answers to your questions. How long is a normal losing streak for your strategy to still be profitable after all? It's like, okay, I know, for example, for me, CPI, PPI week is break-even/losing week mostly. So I know I need to lower my risk and I need to step away faster from the laptop. I need to, if I'm lucky to take the profit, I'm going to gladly take it, because I know that CPI, PPI week is better usually for me, for the system. Doesn't mean that if I'm going to lose 5 days this week, my system needs to be completely changed. I need to start doing something else. I need to suddenly try to trade ICT, for example, or something else. No, I don't. Like, I need to actually just get over this week, lower my risk, and try again next week. So if you feel like you're fearful after 2 days, you probably don't have enough data about your system. You don't know how long your normal losing streak can last for your system to still be profitable. And secondly, I'd say take a break, because if you are still emotionally attached to the previous trade, your next trade is going to be a repetition of the previous one. It's not going to get any better. That's my opinion.
Did you catch that, Jono or Ayush? Because I was reading a message.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you. Man, I am so glad that we have you here, Ayush.
Thank you so much. Can I add to this?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, please do.
So I think the way I journal, I still do it, is like with AI. So I have 3 colors. One is red, green, orange, and blue. The red means losing day. The green means the winning day. The orange means it stopped me out and followed the plan. And the blue is when I gamble. Basically, it's emotional trading. So what I did, and I still do, 20 trading days, trading every day on lower time frames, journaling every single day. If I lose, I mark it red, and if I win, green. If it stops me out and follows my plan, orange, and if it's emotion, it's blue. And what I do at the end of the month, I upload all the pictures to ChatGPT and tell him that analyze my journal and make a graph. And how am I doing with my model and emotion wise? And if the graph, and if I'm winning during that month, and the graph shows that the normal trading days where I win, I followed the model and my emotions are good, it shows me that the model is performing well, no changes. But there are some months where I make profit or loss. The edge has nothing to do with it, but the blue area in the pie chart is so big that it gives me understanding that this month there was a lot of emotional trading, so I should focus on that part instead of my edge. So when I see that I'm losing, if I say I take a loss 1 or 2 or 3 times, my data says that the 4th or 5th one is going to be the good one. So if if I lose the account, I'll go with and I'll buy another one and perform the same edge with the strategy I have. So if you don't have data, the fear comes only when you don't have real data loaded with AI. So I'm just taking advantage of AI. And yesterday, Jonathan said a lot about AI. So I was imagining that what if we can create a bot, or maybe our positive self, which in a calm state, we talk really good, and make a bot which talks back when we are trading, like a trading buddy. But that version of you, the alpha version, is talking to you. So let's say if you teach your model to the AI when you are doing really good, and when you're about to do emotional trading or gamble, the AI should say, "Stop it, you idiot, that's not how you trade," or maybe lock the screen, or maybe blacks out the monitor which you're trading. So that was something I was imagining yesterday. But in terms of journaling, you can use AI and a bit of pen and paper to make it correct. Or if you don't have data, it will always be fearful whenever you take a loss. So it's all about you knowing that when you can do a comeback in market. Yeah, that's all.
Guys, I'm unfortunately gonna have to jump off. I got some stuff. I'd love to stay. I love live streaming. I love this. I love just jumping on and just talking. But unfortunately, I have things to do. But man, this is the life. Is jumping on, talking. Mike's in the chat. I saw in Slack Mike wrote that he's actually working, and now obviously he's not working because he's in the YouTube chat. Yeah, whatever. I'm guys. It is now Thursday. Before I jump off here, so it's going to be the last live stream of the week here. Next week we're coming back, same time, same place, same days. But we are going to make some major changes here to the YouTube channel, as I'm sure you've started to see. We're going to be looking at more markets, all markets, global markets, and we are going to change going forward the schedule of the live stream as well. And we're thinking about being live more during the London session. So you're going to be seeing us potentially at the end of this month at another time. But there's going to be a lot going on for you guys here. We're planning some huge things here at Tradeify, so stay tuned, and we will see you all, or I will see you all next week.
Yeah.
See you, Jonathan.
See you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
I think we had a couple of other great questions in the chat as well, actually.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask this question to Jonathan as well, but I think he left a little too early. So
there's another one here. I can help
we can ask this one. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What is the question?
Great.
I don't have the chat up.
Which one are you guys looking at?
Ayush says, may I join the project? You're already in here, mate. You're all right. That's fine.
You said something.
Yeah, you guys were about to read the question, huh? Both of you.
Oh yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what we are doing.
which question are you looking at?
I was looking at the question about from Maddox. How did you handle the shift from the corporate stable regular income to handling uncertainty in your income from trading? And when Jonathan touched based upon this, I wanted to ask him, but you, Jonathan?
Well, I did a thing of jumping in with both feet first. So I quit my job and jumped into trading, which I don't recommend doing, to be honest, but that's what I did. My performance was very bad because of that, and I think it's because I put so much pressure
Stress.
and stress to make something. And also, like, trading's a weird game where you're not always rewarded for being in the market, right? So, you know how, like, with a normal job, like, you're doing your day-to-day things, you're ticking off your day-to-day tasks and all this kind of stuff. You're active, you're, you know, thinking of new ideas or whatever. In trading, it's almost like the majority of the time is you're waiting for a trade. And the one analogy I like to bring it back to is, so when I was younger, I had like multiple sort of businesses, and one of my first businesses when I was 17 was a photography business. And one thing that I thought was the photography was everything. So I thought that the photography would get me the work, the photography would be 90% of what I did, because that's what I loved. And then after about 6 months, you know, I built a website, got business cards, all this kind of stuff. No work was coming
So the
through.
must.
Yeah. No work was coming through. And I was like, why is no work coming through? I have good photos, you know, because that's not how business works, right? You have to go and network, you have to go and market it yourself, you have to go and, you know, create interest in what your niche is or whatever. So for me, it was like I came to a realization that photography was like 10% of the work. The rest of the work was all the behind the scenes of, like, you know, the marketing, the accounting, the, you know, make sure the gear's all correct, you know, new ideas, blah, blah, blah. So I like to relate that in trading, because I would say, because I'm a swing trader predominantly, a lot of my time is not necessarily trading. It's more about the trading part of it is a very small element. The rest of it is a lot of research, a lot of understanding how the market can change and things like that. So when it came to the, you know, me jumping into feet, I think what it did, it took me back to that time when I was 17 in my photography business, thinking I need to be active all the time, to trade all the time, to try and make money every single day, instead of waiting for the edge to form and try and trade that edge. So I will say, and hold my hands up, I didn't handle it very well from shifting from having a regular income to jumping into trading. So what I did was I went back to work and went back to earning an income, and I have continued to earn an income throughout, you know, my trading experience as well. And that is one thing that I think really helped settle my nerves, because I know the bills are going to get paid every month. I know everything like that. So I don't necessarily need to have trading, but trading is a very, very, very good bonus to have on top. And, you know, I'm very fortunate to be in a few circles with some top traders. And one of them said to me before was like, what's your dream? You know, if someone said to you, what's your dream number every month of what you want to earn? What's that number? And I was like, you know, 5-10 grand a month, whatever. And he was like, okay, well, let's say you earn 5 grand a month, and then you earn 5 grand a month from trading. would you quit and just do trading? And I was like, yeah, I would. And he was like, no, that's stupid, because you just lost $5,000. If you're earning $5,000 and then making $5,000 on trading, why the hell would you give up that thing that's earning you $5,000 as well? So I was like, this is coming from a guy that's like traded in the pits back in the day in like London and Tokyo and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, if he's telling me that, then maybe I should probably listen to him. So I was like, you know what? You need to have an income to kind of support yourself. And that's why I went down the road of, becoming an analyst and stuff for brokers and things like that, because I wanted to stay in the trading realm whilst also trading. I didn't want to have a job that was kind of like very separate from it. So yeah, that's what kind of led me to where I am today, really, in front of you guys talking. So yeah, I would say I didn't handle the shift very well from the corporate job. I actually went back, and sometimes I don't think that's a bad thing. I think sometimes if you realize that the one thing you're doing isn't working for you, it's okay to take a step back and realize you need to go back a little bit. So that was my experience.
I wouldn't call it a step back, actually. I would call it a step forward, because it did push you forward, finally.
Yeah.
You would continue probably without a corporate job. Who knows if you would actually end up as a trader after all.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get burned out. Like, great story. I think it's a really amazing story.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a great question. It's a great question.
Yeah, it was a great question, actually.
Is anybody trading at the moment? Are you two trading right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, still fighting gold.
A very bad range, but John knows we survive.
My man Ayush just survives the ranges. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Gets in ranges, survives them, battles them.
But there is no reason, right, for price to go higher, right? Because we're already at the resistance level. I feel you are good. Are you selling it?
Well, unless dollar just tanks it lower, then.
Oh no, you must say bonds.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, bonds are going lower as well, to be fair.
Oh, that's bad then.
That's bad for gold, yeah. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is when I talk about the correlations between the bonds and gold and things like that, it doesn't necessarily mean that the correlation is exact. It just means that overall in the bigger picture. But yeah, US 2-year yields are now breaking down towards 4.1%. I actually went long euro on the hourly chart, so I had my hourly chart trend set up. So I'm currently at break even at the minute. Took it this morning when the price started to break out, close above the 50 moving average. And I was looking at this area yesterday to hold as support, which it did, and then we broke out on the hourly. So I'm trying to look for a move up into the 116 handle at the moment. So bond yields dropping would help me in that sense. Stop loss just below the swing low. So this is what I'd say is a typical swing trade for me, right? Where you've got the daily chart that is forming like a double bottom, breaking higher. I like the idea of US dollar weakness at the moment. If I look at the 4-hour chart, I've got the chart that's making higher highs, higher lows. It's coming back into areas of support. And then you've got the 30-minute chart, which has broken out of all these lower highs there. So that to me is like a typical swing trade, and I'll happily just hold this one as long as price doesn't start to make new lower lows. So, if the 30-minute chart starts to see price come all the way back down, break and make a new low, then I'll just quit the trade early. But yeah, ultimately my stop loss is just below this 4-hour low, so we'll see if it holds or not. Yesterday I tried to buy euro again, but just kept tanking really. So I got long in and around this area here. So if I put the market profile on, just through here, price came back down, retested the point of control, so I started to get long in and around this area here. But yeah, just didn't work out. Price came down, stopped me out below the swing lows. So yeah, but then the market's consolidated, broken out. So maybe I was just a little bit early to the trade. Obviously, the PPI today has come out, and we've seen that little bit of weaker data again. So 4.7% on the actual, which was on the minimum side as well. And then core PPI came in at 0.2% lower than forecasts and the previous. And then initial jobless claims actually went higher as well. So even in the jobs data, we saw a little bit of uptick of those claiming employment benefits in the US. So not great data all around. That has obviously started to see the pricing of those yields move lower. So you've got US 2 years moving lower, 10-year moving lower. Maybe could have looked at the dollar yen short here, but it's pretty static at the moment. So there could be an opportunity still for dollar yen to move lower at some point. We had a bit of movement overnight because there was some reports of finance minister talking about hiking aggressively in Japan. So there was a little bit of movement, but I'll keep an eye on that one. I think if there's going to be a good move, then might just watch it. I mean, look at these daily candles recently. They're just sitting there not doing anything. So maybe even if it's just a wait for the end of day, short below the low, stop loss above the high sort of game, like I did up here. Wait to see if we get another drive back down into those swing lows. So yeah, looking at a couple of different things. Looking to see if the Nasdaq would break higher as well. We've got this kind of like nice 4-hour sort of wedge pattern forming. So if we can break out of that, I wouldn't mind looking for a move up into the all-time highs on the Nasdaq. S&P 500 already kind of making its way up. So yeah, quite a few markets moving at the minute, which is nice to see. I think the market was just kind of hanging around for the past few days, waiting for something to happen. But yeah, if those yields decline, I'll still look for that US dollar short trade.
Everyone was also watching for the PPI and the CPI data coming out, so hopefully the market is going to be a little bit more normal on the minute afterwards. We do have the market opening as well, so let's see.
Yeah,
You're expecting the all-time highs today on S&P and Nasdaq.
Maybe not today, but I like the idea of these breaking out, because typically if the market's going to start pricing in lower rates, that's usually good for businesses, just from a generic sense. I'm not looking at it from a sector by sector basis or company by company on just a general. Their debts to pay back are much lower. They have more cash to be able to do things, so it's usually a bit more positive for them. So I like the idea of seeing those markets move back higher. The S&P 500, nice move we had when the VIX was at 20, and now the VIX is just declining. So that's usually a really good sign for buying the stock market. So I'm very happy to try and wait for a bit of a breakout there. Just want that confirmation, just so I know where I can put a safe stop loss. But yeah, I think that we'll probably see Nasdaq back to all-time highs pretty soon. So I want to look for that breakout. Again, this would be more of a swing trade. So if we were to see like a break and close above this high, I'd probably look to along that break, stop loss tucked underneath the previous low, try and look for a move up. Or I'd be looking at kind of like my hourly chart, and I'd be looking at sort of a break and retest of the 50-200 moving average. Just keep it super simple for swing trading purposes. So I'll be looking at something like that as well. So we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, I can see these kind of making new all-time highs. I mean, there's been situations. I know there's a lot of talk about recessions, but I feel like there is that every single year. Or there's a lot of talk about the AI boom and things like that. But markets can stay irrational longer than you expect, then you can stay solvent is the saying. So if you're trying to short the top of a move, very, very difficult to do. Very difficult to do. Look at Michael Burry with the big short, right? He was wrong for like 2 years before the move actually came. So, as I think one of the benefits of being a retail trader is we can be quick to move. We can be in and out of these moves. And we can adjust very, very quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to see if we get a breakout on the NASDAQ, and then I'll look for continuations. Yeah. How has the gold trade been treating you today?
Good for now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not muted.
I was muted there and here anyway. double muted. So I was saying that I was actually looking for the all-time high yesterday already, but I think everyone was waiting for the PPI first. So I was expecting already all-time highs on the CPI, but we've got it on the PPI, and now Nasdaq is going like quite intensely to the upside. We have a very positive delta coming. We have a lot of volume, so I'm already long on this one. So let's see. As long as we're gonna keep this buying pressure coming in, and the buyer, like the price is gonna respect it and continue higher, I'm gonna keep holding this. I think we can reach all-time highs this week, to be fair, because S&P reached it last week. I think Nasdaq has been delayed, so I'm expecting the all-time highs today.
The worst diversions we have. Thank you, and yes. But yeah. I'll go long after we... Okay, so it is very close to the swing high, 30072, I guess. Are you targeting that high, or you want more higher for your longs?
No, I think I'm gonna move it to break even and hold it.
Oh, okay.
Because realistically, we are breaking out of the big range. So wait, if we look at the weekly, for example, we are breaking out of this range here. It's like this kind of triangle flat conditions, and S&P is also doing the same thing. So S&P, I think, is going for the all-time highs, and Nasdaq, I'm expecting it to fly. I don't really necessarily think we're gonna get a pullback anytime soon.
And I want gold to die. It's below the LVN. So I thought you were short on gold as well.
No, I was looking for the short. I wasn't short. But it's like the only reason I'm not short again gold is because we are kind of on this support here, this 4 hours on gold, and we are kind of same support, and we tested it before already. So this is like 4.4, and it's been holding, and I didn't want to get into this again. So we came closer to this support, 44.31, and it's trying to reject again, despite like delta is negative, the price is slowing down. I don't think is a good confirmation for shorts anymore for now.
Ayush panic buying.
I'm still gonna hold it.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't listen to me. Hold it, because on the other hand, if it's gonna break down, I'm gonna enter it again.
Yeah, see.
It might, it might break down. I just don't want to enter now with the support already, and I missed it before. So come on.
Yeah.
You have a good entry, it's in profit now, so why would you close?
Oh, you're saying good? I was about to die today as well.
It was also a good stop loss.
Oh yeah, thank you.
It was also a good stop loss.
I think I had two trades on live. Both of them were really close to my stop loss, but didn't stop me out. But I don't like the candle right now. No, let's see how it goes.
Come on, Nasdaq, chop.
Few. Oh, look at the bids in the candle. And two of you have to choose the winners for the best question. I'm only distributor, so I can't choose. And it has to be 2 winners because we didn't give the account yesterday. Hit the like target. So 2 people.
And so we are not doing a dark race at all. So we are choosing
No.
boss from the questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I'm gonna manage my Nasdaq, and then we're gonna have a look at the questions one more time.
It is pumping. Very close to the swing high on NQ. And ES is almost, not almost, but not close as NQ. ES is.
It's breaking. There's nothing bearish about the S right now. There's nothing bearish about the S. This is at a high. This is all-time highs. This is a structure. We were getting down. We were getting the range more narrow before the PPI, and now we are shorting back up. So I think in my logic, the logic I'm following is, yes, we are on the highs on Nasdaq, but S&P looks extremely bullish. We've been on the all-time highs. I think we're going to renew it, and I think Nasdaq is going to catch up with the correlation, to be very honest. But let's see. We'll see about this one. I hope it's just not going to correct this like whole bullish candle now.
Let's go. Gold printing. I usually don't trade on 15-minute, but have to on the live stream.
I'm still doing the questions, so can they still ask questions to win the giveaway?
Sure, we still have 15 minutes.
So let's choose a winner in like 10 minutes. So if you still have questions and you want to win a giveaway, ask any questions you want us in the chat. We are choosing 2 winners today for the giveaway for the best questions asked to the hosts. So if you want to win an account, the chance to win an account, questions can be asked in the comments as well. Mike is saying 1 minute is the best time frame. Yeah.
Massive giveaway happening in the Discord today as well. Don't miss out. Okay. Yeah. So I think it is something like they're gonna give accounts every after 10, maybe I'm not sure, 10 minutes or there's something I heard of it. So it's gonna be frequent giveaways on the Discord.
Wow.
And I'm gonna join. Wish if I get 5 accounts and 5 to people. Okay, it's 100 accounts being given away. 100 accounts.
Right, what are we doing?
Wild is saying I asked a question like 50 minutes ago. I can't even see it anymore. You can just scroll up and copy paste it. Again, let me scroll up. So you ask, what is your favorite color? That's what you think can win your account?
I like it.
This had a chance if that were the only questions we would get today.
You are banned from Discord. I'm sure you did something for helping. I don't know. Or you're just timed out because you tagged staff. No, after that I was kidding. But if color counts, I guess. Anyway, I'm just gonna focus on my trade.
Are you sweating yet?
No.
How
No,
wet is
well,
that headband?
Jonah, I think it's a question for you. Robot is asking, do you use BTC dominance chart to track money from the altcoins and to the altcoins?
No, but
No?
if you want to share the chart with me, I'll have a look.
I have no clue what it is, even. So I can't.
I used to go on something called what's it called now? What is it called? It's like a really popular crypto website which like has loads of like analysis, and I used to look at it for when like it used to show you the amount of Bitcoin in people's wallets and when they would dump Bitcoin on the market.
Coin market cap?
No, it wasn't that one.
Because I use the coin market cap normally to track the dominance of BTC towards the rest of the altcoins. That's the only things that I've used.
Yeah.
Because BTC and Ethereum are usually pumping first on the hype, and then after this is already gone, people feel like, okay, there is nothing much to catch anymore, so they start switching to altcoins, and then they actually have, altcoin inflow of the like money income inflowing on altcoins, and then you know that alt season is starting up.
Yeah. No, I've not. I don't track it too much, to be honest. BTC.D, the ticker. Market cap dominance. Is it this one? I mean, that just looks like Bitcoin chart.
Oh, we have another great question from No Stop Loss. Okay, your name says a lot about your question. What mindset I should have as a beginner when I pass evaluation? I load up a lot of evaluation. First of all, put a stop loss, then journal every single trade, gather data, and figure out whether it's your emotion or your edge. Because sometimes if you think that your edge is doing good and you change it, you might enter a wrong area. So only thing is, like, if you don't know when your comeback's gonna be in the market, then the only reason is you don't have data. Without it, I think no one can ever answer or get out of this circle where you keep blowing an account. That's what I realized when I was blowing many accounts in the futures and CFD. Do you use session to trade? For GC, no. For NQES, yes. After 9:30, or mostly after 10 a.m. And for Anastasia and Jonathan?
Yeah, it depends. It depends what I'm looking at. Depends what asset I'm looking at. If it's like an FX pair, I use more of like the daily market profile just because there's multiple sessions within it. Or I look at the kind of like the current session one.
I usually trade in London, and then I trade part of their New York session as well. But it's actually, to be fairly honest, it's wildly shifting depending on the liquidity and depending on seasonality. So majority of my trades are in London, but for example, fairly honest, in the last months, majority of my good trades are in New York. So, it depends, honestly. I never trade Asia. I never let trades run overnight. Those are the rules. I never enter the trade after 7 p.m. my current time here. So 6 p.m. Central European time, 5 p.m. GMT. So after 5 p.m. GMT, UK time, I never enter trades because majority of my entries at that point, they end up as a loss. So that's a stat. But for the rest, it depends when the market is in a good condition, Mm-hmm. But there was a question also. Peter is asking, is my strategy relying on multiple confluences? Anastasia, do you ever struggle with analysis paralysis? Great question. Not anymore. I definitely struggled with it when I started to use volume profile and footprint charts. Not only necessarily because of the many confluences it had, but because it was overloading Like I was overloaded with the information that I was getting. It was completely new, and there was so many things to take in the account. And for this reason, for example, I'm not using some of the obvious things. You guys keep asking me, for example, do you use heat map? Do you use depth of market, for example, this kind of things? I don't, because otherwise it would be just too much, and I didn't find such a big difference in the results that I would get if I would be using it with my approach. However, the time spent would, like, including this information would result in me missing out on other trades that I would otherwise take, for example, or not being able to maximize it. So it's like a balance. I did struggle with analysis, like paralysis of analysis in the beginning, for sure. This is when I was switching from my previous system to volume and order flow. And I definitely struggled with it in the beginning when I was learning how to trade, because, I started with chart patterns and candlestick patterns, and then you learn Elliott waves, and then you learn Fibonacci, and then you start learning indicators, and then there is a smart money concept, and then there are, like macroeconomy, and then there is volume profile, and then this guy is making millions on God knows what, some proprietary stuff. So, like, there is so many things.
Moon cycles.
Yes, and it's like, what do I actually focus on? And the same thing, people are asking, like, there was another question, like, how do you switch to Forex? Well, I mean, it depends in which context are you asking this, but mainly when you start trading, when you try to switch the markets, is like, try to keep like just 3 assets. For example, if you take Forex or CFDs, just pick one currency, one index, one commodity, and just test it out with the system that you have. Chances are you are not going to stick to the same assets you choose in the beginning for your whole trading journey. You're going to adjust. You're going to see some things that perform better. You're going to see some things that you like, that you don't feel comfortable with. And you're going to, like, it's going to evolve with the time. But not trying means you're never going to get there. And the same as a strategy, just pick something, stick with it. If it doesn't make sense, adjust. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't give the results you want, adjust. But it's like a tight line between hoping the strategist and like adjusting when you actually get the information that it doesn't suit you. Like, for example, what Jonathan was saying before, he's not meant to be the intraday trader. Like, this is a different thing than hoping the strategy because there is something more profitable, because you think the strategy was the issue in the core. And like, for example, I started with crypto back in 2016. I switched to Forex, and then I switched to futures. And the evolution was because crypto, I started, like, it wasn't even trading. It was more like everything you were buying was eventually pumping, and then when it collapsed, I realized I actually have zero knowledge, approximately, more or less, about the charts. I was like, okay, let's learn Forex. So I started to learn Forex, and then gold, and then CFDs, and then going to futures was a natural continuation, because I was into footprints and volume, and I needed different data, and like this kind of things. But I've traded so many assets. Now I focus on like 5 of those at the most, But guys, I've traded so many assets. I've traded Mexican peso. The spread. Have you ever looked at the spread of Mexican peso in the Forex?
Love it.
Like, it's giant spread. And I was profitable trading it because it was something like US30. It was moving like insanely, like Dow Jones, crazy. And I've traded African. What?
I used to love the Mexican peso. I had a strategy where I would sell dollar peso on a Wednesday night because you get the triple swap spreads, the triple rollover swap charge thing. Oh yeah, man, I love that. I love doing that. But then it became very erratic when Trump took over. So I was like, the edge in this is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there was something else, like, what is the craziest asset you guys been trading? For me, it was Mexican peso, and it was core, and it was African.
I've traded all sorts, man.
USD ZAR.
Yeah, soybeans, Never again.
So,
South African rand. Sorry, John. It was South African rand. It was USD ZAR currency. That was a question. Anyway, yeah. What is it for you guys?
Yeah, probably soybeans for me.
Are you more normal or are you joining this crazy party?
sorry.
Just
Are you more normal than us or are you joining this crazy party with like weird assets? Right.
Oh, I think instead of bad, I was more weird than any coin. So, yeah, more of like euro trader in the beginning. So never traded anything like that. But I did trade it in a scammy coin. Where my friends still told me that if you make $1,000 on this account, you'll get 100 USDT, something like that. So $1 cost or something like that. It was a really scammy broker, but he said that if you make it's a USDT.Z, something like that. So, and I did trade it, made $1,000, and they did pay me 100 USD, and never did that again. Because I knew that if I go like full in this thing, they might not pay me. So yeah.
You're smart. I would probably get back into God, like I couldn't go to casino.
No, the thing is, we were on the call. The guy who manages the thing, and he was like, "You made money." I was like, "Why you are sad? You have to pay." So I was not ready for the second reaction. If I make more, because it was shit coin and it was moving really good. What if I make more and he never pays me? It would really hurt my feelings. So
Yeah.
I left it.
Robot I'm using personally when I analyze Bitcoin, I use it. I've tried using BTC on the CME, so BTC futures, but I found Binance feed more reliable.
Yeah.
But it's personal thing, I find it quite reliable with the amount of volume they've got.
ES is so strong for longs today than NQ. The
I
volume
don't know,
is so
I'm holding
much.
this NQ trade. Actually, wait a second. Okay, yes. I almost messed up my consistency rule again.
On Tradeify,
Yeah, on Tradeify. I'm getting there.
it's 20%. Yeah, you might be higher
I'm
now.
getting there. Slowly, but surely. Okay, so
Anyone selling gold?
No, I'm buying NQ, but
It's only
gold
me.
is going good, huh? For you?
I no, but it's danced here a lot. This candle went high and lower. There is no push. The Zoop candle which we expect at they swing lows.
It's
I'm
the
gonna
same
hold it.
lows still.
Yeah.
It's still at the same lows, basically.
So ES
I don't
took
know.
the
Nasdaq
all-time
is
high.
flying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yields are moving lower.
Yields.
Okay.
That's gonna be the end of my trading week.
Let's go trading.
I'm free tomorrow. Unless it keeps going to the all-time high and I keep holding this.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
That's gonna be the last. It's awesome. Love it. I love it. I love indices making all-time highs. My best trading was stupid simple. It was before. Yeah, it was before COVID. When indices were going like S&P and Nasdaq, they were just going high and higher and higher, and you just wait for. I used the naked chart, FIBAR, golden zone and FIBO pull back to the golden zone. You keep buying. It was stupid. It was amazing. It was Trump's first presidency. Awesome. I used to love Trump back then. Still, good times.
Used to.
Don't say that out loud too much.
I didn't say anything else. I wanted.
And yeah, are you guys joining the stream tomorrow on Discord?
I am not sure I can tomorrow. Wait, I think
You just said you're free.
Yes, I'm trading.
This is how he catches you.
From trading. I think I can actually. Yeah, I can.
Then good. John, what about you?
No, I am in the midst of creating my macro course, so I'm going to be
recording. Yeah,
dealing with all that stuff. If that's all right, mate.
Yeah. We'll miss you. We'll put a picture of you.
Thank you.
3 hosts.
Thank you.
And then remove.
That's so harsh. That is so harsh. Like, what the hell?
No, we'll say, okay, John, I have some work. He has to go. Like that.
I'll join you tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. So
we
I
need
think
to
that's
choose
it then.
two winners, but I am managing my NQ trade. So just 1 second.
For me, the first one should be, what do you guys think about Memdex, the Medex Web3?
Yeah, he asked some good questions. There was one that I didn't get to answer, but it was a good question. And it was like, let me see if I can find it. Not the color one. Have you guys ever found a trade that you are highly convicted on that comes against you? What is your determining factor for exiting or staying? Now, I know what the guy's going to say here. They're probably going to say, volume or something will get them out of the trade. I had a trade once where I was short pound Swiss, and I was so convinced that it was going to move lower. I think I've still got it marked up on my chart because I use it as a pain point for me. Hang on. Look, it's still marked up. It's still marked up on the chart. Right, here we go, back here. So I was so convinced that pound Swiss was going to drop, and I was short pretty much on every breakout here, right? Breakout there, got short again over here. And I was so convinced that it was going to go low because there was a really strong sort of reversal setup that I looked for. And I was doing so well, and I just didn't bank it. I just kept it, held it. Market came all the way back up. I even added to my short position, held it. And then eventually I got knocked out break even on all 3 before it dropped again. So, that teaches you a lesson to not hold things. And that was only last year. No, 2024, 2 years ago. So don't get married to the position because it can burn you. Just try and this is what kind of makes me always say to myself, has anything changed? If the conditions did change here multiple times and I still ignored it. So that's why, I deserved to get burnt on those, to be honest. But he had great questions today.
But you're supposed to pick one.
I really love the question about how did you switch from full-time income towards trading, because I think it's super crucial as well. I love the question and I love the answer as well.
So it's Memdex. Medex Web. Or someone else. Yeah, okay, Medex.
I think so, yeah.
Medex
Whose question
Web.
was it? I cannot find it now about this transition.
And we need another one. The second winner.
Need 2 winners.
1 second.
Who wants to bribe me? I've not been in all day, so was there any ones earlier in the stream that were good?
No,
Yeah,
I think
but
we
now
started
the
after you
problem is
joined.
that the chat is just.
Mike filled many chat with
Huh?
his chat. Mike filled the chat. That's why it's tough.
I mean, Peter asked that question where he asked Anna what the strategy was on multiple confluence, and do you struggle with analysis paralysis? That was a good question.
Yeah, so I can't see the rest of the chat as well now. It was Peter.
Yeah.
Alex was asking there a lot of great questions, so that's a definite winner for me personally.
So the first one is who?
Alex,
Maddox, okay, one. Second one, Peter.
Peter.
The guy with the blue profile?
Yeah,
Because there are two Peter, okay.
yeah, the blue.
Congrats, Peter, KYO 4963. Citing now names. You won an account, and congrats, Memdex. The Memdex, a guy who got paid from a giveaway account. So he passed it and got paid.
Nice.
I always
Nice.
mention it.
Nice. Wow, amazing. So we wish you more of those wins and more payouts from the account you're getting. Guys, thank you so much. It was our last stream for this week. There is a huge giveaway going on Discord, so go ahead and join the Discord as well. We have 100,000 subs as well there, so members, so make sure that you join the huge giveaway. And we'll see you tomorrow on our Discord Live on Tradeify.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so
See you
much.
guys.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.